Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Minutes with M&M. I'm Missa, this is Mena, and thank you for coming or thank you for watching. Today we'll be talking about High School Musical. Yes, if you didn't know this, just know this now. We are huge Disney fans, okay? We are children at heart. Like Jay-Z said, we are young forever. And High School Musical was a phenomenon.
It was.
And it was like, I don't even know. It was just the best thing ever. That's just it. And so today we'll be ranking our favorite High School Musical movies. So between the three of them, High School Musical 1, 2, and 3, which one did we think was better? And which one did we think? I mean, all of them are good. All of them are good. I just want to put that.
You said I love all three of my children equally, but
Honestly,
some more than others.
See, Zac Efron.
If you're looking,
watching right now,
I'm ready.
Excuse me, no, we have to fight.
No,
This
but
is
like,
how we end
he
our
likes
friendship.
pasta. I like pasta. We're meant to be.
So.
I
I call dibs. You have to respect the dibs.
honestly, you know what, Zach, whoever you choose, last I'll be the bridesmaid at your wedding. It's
I
okay.
see Zachary David Alexander Efron.
Gee, Mr. knows his name.
I am here for you, no matter what. Okay, so
Okay,
let's begin.
let's get into it. So there are 3 movies, and we'll each be ranking them based on our favorites. That doesn't make sense. We'll be ranking them from favorite to least favorite. And yeah, we'll talk about what we like and what we don't like. So why don't you go first? What's your favorite movie?
High School Musical 2, and it's not up for debate.
What the hell? Okay, so we did not talk about this before we started. That's your favorite?
Yeah.
Why?
I just feel like, I think number 1 was more like setting things up, introducing characters, and number 3 was more goodbye everyone. So number 2 was where everything really went down, and I love the songs.
I'm so shook.
The choreography, like everything was just amazing.
I am shocked, and yeah, well, my favorite High School Musical movie is High School Musical 1. It was where everything started. You get to meet them. They're all little fresh-faced babies, and I love it. I also like basically every single song in the movie. I don't think there's any song that I'm like, ugh, I don't like it. And it's just, you know what, it's just big nostalgia. I remember when High School Musical came out, and it's like suddenly everyone's carrying a High School Musical backpack or a pencil case, and it was Disney's like big hurrah. They were obsessed. Once that movie came out, they were like, oh, we got it like that. And yes, they did. It was amazing. I can sing along to the song. I can mouth along with the words.
Oh, I know the steps to the dances.
Look, also, We're All in This Together is the most iconic song from every High School Musical movie. So shouldn't it be the one from the best movie? I don't know.
I guess so. Like, it's easy to say that the first one is your best because it was completely new to you and you're meeting these characters for the first time, you're getting to know them for the first time. But I feel like it's very rare for people to, like, it's not easy to build upon what you've already had and like make something decent. And I liked where they took each of their storylines in the second season. So it just kind of
Second
like
movie.
in the second season. Like, sorry, I said it again. In the second movie. I watch a lot of TV. Anyways.
Do you?
But yeah, it's like Sharpay was being her, like, I love that we got to see Sharpay's world and she got to really be a true villain. And I liked that there was actually proper conflict between Vanessa and I keep calling their real names, between Troy and Gabriella. And I like that they touched on class. They touched on.
Girl said they went deep.
No, but I feel like that's what made it really interesting to me, because like, how far is Troy willing to go? What does it really mean to him? Because I mean, High School Musical 1, you can easily be like, oh my god, they are breaking the status quo. Oh my god, I love that song.
Because it's from the best movie.
No.
You know this is going to be
Anyways.
okay.
Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, for in High School Musical 1, you can just be like, oh my god, this jock is
Jock?
in love with this.
Troy was so much more than
No, but like that was what he represented in the movie. The jock and the nerd are like breaking out of their of the high school cliques and they are together. But what I liked about High School Musical 2, I've lost my point.
Maybe because in your heart of hearts, you know that there was something indescribable about High School Musical 1. Yes, yes.
Wait, I remember my point now. So what I liked about High School Musical 2 is that they took it a step further, because it wasn't just a jock and a nerd liked singing and they lived happily ever after. It was like, okay, these two people have two different lives, and how can they make it work in a relationship when they have different priorities? So I like that they showed a little bit of that in High School Musical 2. High School Musical 3 was that as well, but it was just more of a goodbye. It was so sad. It was like a sad movie to me. I was just like, God, you guys are going. So High School Musical 2 was a very sweet spot for me, where I was like, okay, I'm getting to see other people a little bit more. I'm getting to see how Troy behaves when, you know, people are moving on, or like situations are out of his control or whatever, or he's trying to get scholarship, versus what does Vanessa want to do? What does Gabriella want to do with her? Like Summer, how does Sharpay behave at home? Ryan, you know, saying, hey, fuck my sister, please, you're weird. Like I liked where everybody's story went. So it made it a little bit more interesting to me. Like, yeah.
Well, you're allowed to feel that way. Wrong. Well, I have a soft place for High School Musical 1. I won't lie, a little bit of it is nostalgia, but I also do like the story. You're right, it is there's a mean girl and the jock and the nerd, but they did it well. And I like that the antagonist really wasn't just Sharpay, it was also their friends. Like, it was Monique and Chad being like, we hate your happiness and love, so we will schedule these things on the same day. They were in a really, really restrictive high school. I don't know what was going on with everybody there. But yeah, I love it. It also, without it, there's none of the others. And I know that goes without saying, but there's something about High School Musical 1 that does it for me. That being said, my second favorite is High School Musical 3. Look, yes, it was sad, but it was more of a full circle moment. Like, we were closing this chapter, they were graduating, they all figure out what they want by the end. You know, we go through the middle where Troy's kind of like, I don't know what I want. And Scream is a fantastic song, by the way. But it was also released in the theater. So the first time I saw it like sitting in a cinema watching it, as opposed to the first two that were High School Musical original movies. And it was just big. Like, you know, they even have the song that they do, I Want It All, where they're like, oh, everything is bigger. I think that's the most expensive, like, musical number that they do in the whole show. But, like, everything was just so much more. I like them thinking outside of high school terms. They're like, what am I going to do with my whole entire life? I like the meta, like, aspects of them doing a musical about graduation year. I like that they brought in like little freshmen who we don't really care about, but just knowing, okay, this school is going to continue once they leave. Also, can I have this dance? That Troy, if we get married, that can be our first dance together.
I love that song. I also love I Just Want to Be With You. That song was so nice. Yeah.
It was so good. Okay, so what was your second favorite?
My second favorite is High School Musical 1. Yes, you heard me. Like I said, you know, all the movies are great, but if we have to rank it, I would say High School Musical 1, because High School Musical 3 was, I had already gotten to know all these characters. It was more very nostalgic for me. It was more like sentimental. It was like, oh my God, these guys are graduating. It's the last movie. What are they going to do with their lives? So for me, it was a great movie, but I don't like being sad. I don't like being sad.
It's only sad for like 2 seconds.
It's sad.
And even the sadness is mixed with happiness. Like when they sing, we're all in this together again. I was like, oh my God, we are all in this together.
But yeah, I like High School Musical 1. I like all the songs like you mentioned, all the characters that were introduced. It was just a great movie for Disney. Like, Disney did that. So yeah, I love High School Musical 1 purely because it was the first movie. It was building up the foundation to everything. Like, who knew how big this shit was going to be?
They had no idea.
They had no idea. They were just like, let's just make a cute movie. And now, like, it just became a whole thing. I was obsessed. Like, I have the DVD of all 3 movies sitting in my house somewhere. Like,
okay.
Yeah.
So why is High School Musical 3 your least favorite? Is it the sadness?
Yeah, it was just the sadness. It was like knowing that this is the last, because even the last scene when like they closed the curtains and everyone was just kind of like everybody had their moments on screen. It was just like, oh. So, are you guys serious? Like, we're not going to, are you guys sure? Because I was like, no, maybe they can be part 4. But they're like, no, like, this is the last one. And I'm like, this is the, I'm like, I think the actual movie, the storyline didn't really do it for me. It was only interesting because I did want to find out where they would end up. But the storyline was just deep. It was like, oh, I'm going to be this miles away from you. Oh, I'm going to this university. Oh, I don't know. Like, it's too deep. Let's dance.
Look, I get how you feel. High School Musical 2 was just not it for me. I think it was a mix of things. It felt very rushed, like, and it was pretty rushed, but even when I was watching, I was just like, oh, okay, we're back again. Cool, no problem. But also, I hate the central conflict of the movie. Okay, I'm Team Troy, and I think all his friends hated him. Bro, I'm really trying to find a scholarship that's going to pay for my life, and everybody's like, why won't you play with us? What are you even doing? We're going to see each other next week and the week after we go to the same school. I feel like everyone was giving hateration vibes, and it upset me so much. Like,
but why did the hateration vibe there upset you more than the one in High School Musical 1?
Because in High School Musical 1, they didn't know everybody. So, like, the friends knew each other and Vanessa was new, but it was also, like, low stakes. Like, yeah, you want to sing in a musical, whatever. But this one, he's like, I'm trying to find a way to go to school. And they're like, no. And it was just like, wow. And at least in High School Musical 1, both people had something else they wanted them to focus on. So for Troy, the team we want to win our basketball game. For the science thing, they want to, like, win first prize. So it was selfishness, but it was also like, oh, I want you to focus on this. With High School Musical 2, it was like, yeah, I want you guys to, like, I want you to come practice for the musical competition at Sharpay's hotel, which, by the way, they were all super ungrateful. Like, Sharpay might not be the nicest person, but I did get you summer jobs. Like, okay, so I love working out, but what is happening right here? Talking about I don't want to cook, I don't want to deal with burnt food. You have a summer job. You have duties to observe. They were just...
I just feel like they were trying to unionize.
They tried to make Sharpay the villain, but actually they were the villains. Sharpay was annoying, but she was being herself, and Troy was looking out for himself. What they wanted was for Sharpay, who was not their friend, to invite them to their expensive resort for free, and they would just be playing.
That's what they wanted.
Can you imagine? No! Ugh. No, that movie upset me. Like, I enjoyed the songs, and I like how it ended and how it started, but, like, all of the middle of the movie just has me going, and then Gabriella sings this whole goodbye song and just leaves her part-time job. Like, did she even quit? Did she even notice? She just walks, I gotta go my own way. Sis, where are you going?
Oh my God, I love that
song so much.
No. I think for me, it's just the entire vibe of the movie. I loved it. I love that Miley Cyrus made a cameo. Love that.
That pissed me off too. I remember when it was time to vote and I was so excited, and then the movie came out and she was in it for 2 seconds. I'm like, so for weeks we were voting for this?
Oh my God. But it was just, they weren't in school. I just don't like when they're in school. They were just like chilling at the pool. They were being like really bad workers. And that's my philosophy. It's like, do the bare minimum. Enjoy your summer at the like expensive club. I just
do you know what?
Vibe.
Maybe if they were nice to Sharpay, I would even get it. If they were like, oh, thanks, Sharpay, let's be friends, let me mooch off you.
Sharpay was being mean to the workers. She said they were not allowed to sing anymore. But just because her friends are part of the workers this time.
It's just, I have this thing that is mine. In school, okay, you guys have taken from me the thing I've given my whole life to.
I can't take anything from you. You can compete with us.
It's okay. You guys have won. Even though I've been going to dance classes and singing classes my whole life, you accidentally sang and you took the lead. Fine, I have no control there. But in my own house, in my own competition, no, you cannot sing. It's the rule.
I just really enjoyed it. I liked seeing like the two parents that created Sharpay and Ryan, and I liked seeing that the club manager, because she's like, bro, I told you to hire Troy. Who are all these people? And it was just like, I love the whole thing. Like, I didn't like the conflict as well, but the songs alone hit. Bet on it. Oh my God. I want to go my own way every day. You have the music in you.
You are the music in
me. I just like, oh
no, it had bobs. All of them. Look, I don't dance is fire because Chad is delusional. You're a dancer who's dancing right now. Show us your moves.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It was now like, it was also an opportunity for them to kind of get to know each other, and Ryan now kind of got to know the group, because if they're in school, Ryan and Sharpay is like, let's go. Like, you know, I liked the whole thing. Ryan stepped up. Yeah, I don't know. It was nice.
I did like it. It's just my least favorite for that reason particularly, but I love all the movies. And I think there was generally, slightly to a degree, consistency across character growth through all movies. There were some things like what you said, like Sharpay ends each movie kind of a better person, but then in season, like, yeah, me too, I'm saying the seasons. In the second movie, she's kind of mean again, but like, were we friends? But then in the third movie, she wasn't really a villain in any shape or form, so that was good. Same thing with Ryan kind of standing up to Sharpay, but then in the third movie, they do kind of, they're siblings, they love each other. Yeah. That's fine. And then Sharpay and, I'm forgetting her little cook boyfriend.
Oh my god, is it Chris?
No,
Chad?
No, it's not Chad. You're like the other black guy. Oh no, what's his name?
We are so sorry.
We're so sorry. You have a whole verse in Stick to the Status Quo about how much you love to cook. I can hear it right now in my head. His name is not going to come to me.
It starts with a C, right? I'm not.
Girl, you're even better than I am. I do not remember this man's name. Sorry, this man. You're really cute to look at, though. But yeah, their relationship was very, very on and off throughout the show. Like at the end of the first movie, she runs to him and kisses him because the cookies are so good. Also, I want to eat the cookies that are so good that just make you decide you want to be with a man, because amazing. In the second movie, they don't really, and then in the third movie, there's a little bit. But I guess, you know, each movie is kind of its standalone thing. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I really like it. What would you say, like, your top 3 songs from all 3 movies are if you had to pick?
Oh, this is hard. My top song would be We're All in This Together.
Okay.
My second song would be Can I Have This Dance? And my third song would be, let me see. It would be one of like Troy's solos.
You're like, which of the solos is the best?
I would say Bet on It.
Okay.
Yeah. I
can see that. So the thing is, I think to me, if I had to say which songs were best, quote unquote, objectively, I think the songs from the third movie are the best, and I think that's because of improvement in production. But I agree with you, my favorite is We're All in This Together. It's just iconic. What can you do, you know? I don't want my second to be the same as you. So even though I was considering saying, Can I Have This Dance? I'm gonna shove that to the side, but I really like it. It's such a good song. I really like Scream. Like I think he should have gone paid extra for that. The walls were moving, the balls were flying. He did a whole performance for nobody. I mean, Miss Jarvis was there, but that was an accident. And then what would I say my third favorite is? Oh, there's so many that are so good. I really like Stick to the Status Quo. I really just like.
I love that.
I want to say those are my top 3. I mean, I probably.
That's my 4th.
But overall, such a strong Disney movie, especially for the later post 2010s period. Well, it was 2000 and it was a little.
We still had some good, like Camp Rock was solid. Camp Rock was solid.
It was, but Camp Rock 2 was not.
Nah.
Yeah.
What's one I'm looking for?
Oh, Lemonade Mouth.
Oh my gosh, Lemonade Mouth was
pretty good. I'm trying to think of what other like
musical. The movie. I liked it.
Don't say it. The whole movie, I'm like, this is ridiculous. What is going on? And then
we have The Climb.
Okay, The Climb is Miley Cyrus really deserves The Climb. Oh my, amazing. Honestly, gospel tune. Think about it. You can sing it in church. It makes sense. No, but Disney had a really strong period of like movie musicals that they did, and they're original too. So shout out to them. I haven't watched Disney Channel in a long time, so I don't know what's out right now. But hey, these movies were our childhood, and we're still clearly really obsessed with them. So good job.
I know. Well, let us know what's your favorite in the comments. Let us know which other Disney movies you loved. If you want us to talk about any of them, we would. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye,
Thanks
guys.
for watching. Bye.